Hi, this is Tristan. I'm here with another album. This is a Halloween album. It's never the wrong time of the year for Halloween, in my opinion. This is called Steampunk Spells. It's based on the Steampunk Spells line of papers from Graphic 45. And here on the cover we have the main title page with lady decked out in steampunk gear with wings and her top hat with a paper mache flower and a brass pressing necklace. Here are some gears. There's some little watch parts in there, which you probably can't see on the video. Nuts and bolts and gears, chains with crystals and ribbons, some kind of vintage brass bracket. I frankly don't know what it is, but it's cool. And a resin imitation of a vintage Paris clock. Nice big prima paper mache flower here. Lots of prima flowers. Gears that have been gilded. There's lots of faux rhinestones. This is the full inside workings of a watch here. You're not picking that up on camera either. More flowers, gears, flowers, gems. Your general steampunk venue things. And on our first page, we have pleated paper on the pocket. Each pocket has a little pair of suspenders that hold the photo mats in place. These are held in place with little spiders and a little insignia that says steampunk. All of the mats are double-sided. This mat has a steampunk hot air balloon on this side, which says full moon. And this side says, "I have Newton, toe of frog, wool of bat and tongue of dog." Okay, and the paper is a 1930s print. The print on the background here in this is clocks and gears and machine workings and parts, that kind of thing. We have another tag that comes out the side. Every page has this. It's another double-sided photo mat. This has Dresden German metallic scrap. There's trim at the top and bottom, and here we have a spider web with a spider in the middle. And on this side, I love this flocked. This is all flocked paper with German scrap detailing and a raven that says forevermore. And as I say, every page has the same number of photo mats. There is one in the front and one on the side, and there will be one on the back. This one has Something Wicked This Way Comes down here. And the photo mat has hot air balloons with a piece of German scrap at the bottom and trim at the top. And this is bats with clocks striking 12, and it says Love Potion number 45. I don't know what it does, but you could put a photograph over it. All of the tags are meant, obviously, if you're into vintage Halloween, steampunk images, the album works just as it is a fun book to look through. and to have and to glance through periodically. But every tag can be used to put photographs on, or journaling notes, poetry, Halloween memories, memorabilia, ticket stubs, brochures, whatever. I mean, it'll handle whatever you want to put into it. And on this page, love this paper, really beautiful. Some nice sparkles on it. There's two tags that have authentic witches. Oh, I see. They're labels from They're labels from bottles. Authentic witches brew. And the background is clocks and bats again that are striking 12. And the double-sided mat have really nice vintage Halloween looking papers. And I love this ribbon. I wish I had more of it. It's vintage silk green ribbon that's wired so it will hold its shape. It's really beautiful. Unfortunately, I don't have much of that. It's really pretty. And large double album. We have an owl. It says Totally Wicked. Two nice pieces of paper here. And here again we have two nice pieces of paper with another piece of German scrap. Nice decoration. Very pretty. And on the back, there's two buttons shaped like gears and a tag with a cat, a black cat. Some steampunk saying that is in French, and I have no idea what it says. I'm afraid my speaking French ends at the menu, so I have no idea what it says. The double-sided mat has, again, the logo Steampunk Lady with her top hat and several different pieces of paper. This one has black cats and gears and watches and machine parts. And this is the Steampunk Lady riding her bike with her wings and top hat and several different pieces of paper. Very much in that classic Victorian science fiction steampunk style. I see I just received a visitor in here, so if you hear a little noise, that's Brando, who's probably feeling jealous that I'm paying more attention to the album than him right now. On this page we have lots of stuff. More German scrap trim at the top that has been decorated with faux gems. I think these are called dewdrops from the robin's nest. A tag with a ribbon that's for the raven, says Nevermore. And a vintage piece of German scrap that is pink foil wings. I've never seen that before. I think I usually only see German scraps in very like gold, silver, black, sometimes red. But I've never seen pink, and it's sort of interesting. I liked it, and it looked great with the raven. And the double-sided tag. This says Dreams on this tag down here on this. And as you can probably see, there's lots of clocks and watch parts and gears and machine innards in this. And this is a Harlequin pattern, and I'm sure you're not picking it up on camera, but the little dots that are in the center of each one is actually a skull and crossbones. There's great paper in the background. It's a classic steampunk corset with wings, and there's keys and butterflies and a bird cage. It says spooky there. So that's the spooky page. This This double-sided mat has Steampunk Spells on it again, the logo. Several different papers. That same flock paper in a different colorway. Feels really nice. And more German scrap at the top and bottom. German scrap at the top and bottom. Two little images that say Love Potion number 45. Again, I don't know what Love Potion number 45 is. I suppose it's graphic 45 pushing part of their name. The image is hot air balloons with ivy growing up and bats flying around them. And the image is flocked paper again with a nice sparkly embellishment and a really beautifully done skull. It's really quite nice. Not gross at all. It's really very pretty. And on this side we have beautiful embossed paper with copper German Dresden scrap, borders, and a clock striking midnight with bat wings. Very Halloween-y. Here we have, I hope you can see all this. These are little characters that have been made into Halloween stamps. I don't know their names, although I think later there's a couple of larger images that do have their names. Lots of gears, and there's a propeller and watch parts, and some glitter on this page, some sequins. The double-sided mat has a piece of Halloween paper, steampunk and Halloween images, and our theme icon again in a larger image, a little fancier. But the steampunk lady with her top hat and flowers and wings and driving her bicycle or some sort of apparatus. I'm not sure what she's driving, but I think it's a bicycle. And this double-sided mat. Oh, here is one of the larger stamps. And she is Miss Ima Freight. And a nice embossed paper again. This side has several papers. Oh, and this one's great. This has flocked bats on it. It's kind of cool, fuzzy bats. This one, and this page has quite a lot of German scrap. This is all black German scrap, little individual decorative pieces, and a little sign that says potion. Double-sided tag with beetles, a little owl that says totally weird, and some nice Halloween papers, and here in the middle with spider webs, and the black are watch parts and gears again, more steampunk images, with some very nice eyelash fringe trim, nice fuzzy pretty trim on the ribbon on that one. This page has a chandelier with lots of faux gems, a brass pressing clock with a big faux gem in the middle, double-sided tag has skulls and bats and jack-o'-lanterns and leaves and all kinds of stuff. It says 12 o'clock midnight, the witching hour across the bottom. This side is, has a purple, heavily textured feeling paper on it. It's really nice. And again, this is another piece of vintage ribbon that I have very little of. It's wired silk French ribbon with a glittered wired edges on it that hold shape really nice. Boy, do I wish I had a 6-yard roll of that. Beautiful stuff. And this double-sided tag has 3 or 4 papers that have made a little collage on it. And this side has, actually I used that image once before in this album. Clock striking 12 with bat wings and steampunk crank. It says Steampunk Spells, and then there's miniature trim of the same image down at the bottom. This is wishing you a happy bewitching Halloween, and has another really nice drawing of a skull. Somebody does skulls really beautifully. Double-sided mat with, again, some very elaborate German scrap. This side has more papers cut into a small collage. Lots of Halloween, very Halloweeny. This side has a tag that says Totally Wicked. The background is bubble, bubble, boil and trouble, cauldron, something, steampunk, and something I can't read. I need my glasses to do that. Faux gems here along the side. They're actually dewdrops from Robin's Nest. And the double-sided mat has one of these cute 1930s flower trims. And on this side, ravens with clock striking midnight. And it says 12 o'clock midnight, the witching hour. Nice, I don't know if it's picking it up, but this has a real nice sparkle and shimmer to the paper. And the double-sided mat on this one has several Halloween papers. And again, the 3 little characters that have been made into stamps, and really beautiful. I don't believe this is actually Halloween paper, but I thought these papers all going together looked very Halloween-like, and poppy just gave it that Victorian look that lent itself to steampunk so well. So I thought it worked very well as a mat for this particular album. And on our very last page, we have the double album has 2 characters. This one is Mr. Seymour Bones, and he's got a nice gear machine part adhered up here, metal steampunk. And this is Mr. Dreadful, I think they're sort of a play on the Clue game characters. It says have a haunting Halloween around him. Some very nice printed paper behind there too as well. And this has some great 1950s printed Happy Halloween ribbon on it. I just love that ribbon. Somebody must have had a great time using it to decorate for their Halloween party. So, and that's the back cover, which is the owls. And that is our Steampunk Spells album. And I thank you so much for visiting and seeing it. And I hope you look at the other albums we have here on the channel, see what else we have, and come back and see what we have coming up. And enjoy the rest of your day. Again, thanks so much.